Hey folks, and welcome back to the Sarcast. First things first, brand new microphone. Hallelujah. No longer am I constrained to the headset microphone I was using on my Creative Fatality professional headphones. I have now got myself a rather lovely Blue Yeti condenser mic, USB based of course. So as you can tell from the sound quality, it's just far superior. It gives a better clarity, fuller, richer sound. And it's just far better all around. I've also sat for the past 15-20 minutes and actually constructed a pop filter from an embroidery hoop, pair of tights and a coat hanger, and it's doing the job absolutely perfectly, as you can probably tell. There isn't the pop sound you get without the pop filter. Pop like that. So on to the video for today.
The idea is, as things get super crazy in the world between red and blue, how do I put it? The Pandaren are going to be part, ultimately, of a solution because they just think differently than most of us do, a little more far-sighted. So they're really going to make a difference in the history of the world. But
So this is a straightforward continuation of the video from last time. That was a response to Preach from Preach Gaming, who was bemoaning the lack of difficulty in the Mists of Pandaria beta. In that video I had pointed out that it was just far too early yet to be judging Mists on difficulty, because it is still in beta. And the fact is that raid tuning has only just begun about a week or two ago, and Blizzard at any stage right up until the actual expansion's release could change mechanics, tweak bosses, tweak players' abilities, and basically do anything to change up the difficulty level of the raids. So far only normal is up anyway, so it's not even as if there are heroic raids yet to test. The raid testing that is going on at the moment is purely normal mode. Yes, Dragon Soul Normal was horribly undertuned. I've said that before. I think at least the first 3/4 of that tier were just far too easy, was just massively undertuned, was pretty much akin to LFR in difficulty. So we finished off the last video talking a bit about lore, and Preach's second complaint was that there were no major lore characters in this expansion, this coming expansion, to combat. And I had pointed out in the last video that there were no real major lore figures left to kill. There are no major lore villains left in the game. Illidan's being mooted as making a comeback. There is Ashara and Enzoth and any other old gods. But there is one major lore villain left, and that is Sargeras. Now Sargeras is the corrupted titan that had fallen from the rest of his order, the Veneer Titans. And he basically saw the chaos in the universe and despaired, and rather than actually fighting against it, he decided, I'll join in. And as a result, he gathered together a massive army of demons pulled from the Twisting Nether, which is basically Warcraft's void zone between realities, if you like. And he created the Burning Legion as a result. We fought the Burning Legion in Burning Crusade, funnily enough, but the job wasn't done. We finished off pushing Kil'jaeden back into whatever realm he came from, but he was still alive, so there's at least Kil'jaeden. Archimond is dead. He was killed in Burning Crusade at Mount Hyjal, the instance there. But we still have at least Sargeras to take on Kil'jaeden. There are any god's amount of demons from the Twisting Nether, aka the Burning Legion, still to take on as well, so an infinite number there. It has been mooted that there's 1 million demons. Somewhere about that, I don't know. They could just pull a figure out of their ass really and it would be justified. The Pandarens basically, I think, are a game mechanic. Metzen had said, as you saw in the video at the start of this, that the Pandarens are a solution. And I asked the question, to what? The answer to that is that they are a solution to conflict. And generally speaking, there is only one solution to a conflict, and that is peace. I think by the end of Mists of Pandaria, we won't have factions anymore. Yep, you heard me right. I think basically what we'll have to do by the end of Mists is combine as one faction, really. Probably under Thrall, as following the events of Cataclysm, he is pretty much a neutral character now, and is factionally available to both sides, really. So I think both factions will unite in order to take on the coming threat. The threat that Velen had talked about for so long. The ultimate fight between dark and light. I think that is where we'll be heading after Mists is finished. Taking on that battle and going out there to the other worlds and tracking down Sargeras and his army. Possibly hunting down the rest of the Titans as well and trying to find out what is so important about Azeroth, because the lore guys at Blizzard, including Chris Metzen, have repeatedly stated that Azeroth is special for a particular reason, aside from the fact that it is the place where we actually play the game. They state that Azeroth has a special place in the universe, and they are, or have been, reluctant to actually re-originate the planet. There are several theories knocking about, but at this point, really, Blizzard could pick anything. And I think, as I've said before there, that by the end of Mists of Pandaria, the Pandarians will teach both factions to be at peace, to come to terms with one another, realise or learn why they've been fighting, and come to the realisation that there are greater threats out there now that everything on Azeroth has pretty much been dealt with, and pretty much take out the rest of the Burning Legion. Now, Metzen had always stated that once we get to take on Sargeras, he is the ultimate bad guy. Once we fight him, that is basically the game over. But I think if they go down the path of going to different worlds for each expansion and tracking down remnants of the Burning Legion and other enemies, we could be in for quite a few expansions yet. Well, I did warn you it was a tinfoil hat theory, didn't I? See you next time.